Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Nessa and I'm so glad to have you with me. A subscriber or a viewer already, thank you so much for taking to watch this episode. So this is one of the episodes that will just pop up randomly once in a while because I'm passionate about the subject. And I was thinking of not doing a video on this, but after considerable thinking, I just thought let me just express my view and let's go on. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about domestic violence, also known as intimate partner violence. Okay, and if you don't know why domestic violence is trending now, it's on the news and stuff like that. It's because a gospel minister, just died out of it. Her name is Osinachi in Kwachuku. I don't know if I got the name right. Yeah, Osinachi in Kwachuku. So she's the one who sang. She's a co-artist of the song Ekuweme, Ekuweme, you are the living God, oh, there's no one like you. It's a really nice song. I just felt like this is one of the topics that I'm very passionate about, so let me just express my view. So this video is just going to touch on a different aspects that I think people are leaving out. That's the solution part. So if you don't know the full story, in summary, the gist is that she's been in her husband has been abusing her in her marriage for some time now, and then the last occurrence or the last incident, the husband hit her in the chest, so she had to be rushed to the hospital, and then after some days she gave up the ghost, so she died. So yeah, basically it's domestic violence that led to her death. Always when these cases happen, the first thing people are saying, or most people are saying all of the time, is leave, leave, leave. Your life is more precious than whatever you are thinking it is. Leave, leave, yes. And my own thing that I'm thinking in my head is, do you think they do not know that they have to leave? Like, they've heard it times and times without number, and there are lots of victims to it. I remember in Ghana there was another lady last year, Istigon. The husband hit her to the extent that she was on the story building, so the husband hit her and then she fell from the story building and then she died. And then the husband was arrested. It was a whole lot of issues. I don't know what the issues right now. I think they've arrested him and stuff like that. I don't know whether he's been given a sentence or stuff like that. And then there was another interview that I also watched of a lady, a Nigerian lady who married, I think, a political figure. The man is quite powerful, like politically or something. I've forgotten her name. Her name is Precious Chikwendu. Yeah, she also married I don't know if you guys know her. I'm sure if you Google her, you see she had an interview with Trude, and it's on YouTube. You can go watch it. How she suffered domestic violence, and then eventually she had to leave. She had to find the courage to leave. And then a host of people, like a lot of people, are going through it. And last time I watched a lady who had been through domestic violence in a relationship that wasn't even marriage. So all these three people are marriages, but this last one wasn't a marriage. It was just a relationship, like a dating type of romantic relationship. Yes. So when she was saying her story, and most of them, when I was listening to almost all of them, their story, you could see that the problem the issue is not even rising from one day the person just stood up and started beating the person. No, they actually they have a starting point, and then most of the time they have to weaken your mental faculty first. So they have to attack your mental health first. If someone makes you feel weak mentally, you're no good, blah, 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 it's easier for them to overcome you physically. So the lady in the relationship was actually describing the ordeal that she went through, like the red flags, and when she does wrong, you come back and tell you that, oh, because you did this, that is why I hate you. And it's not like I wanted to hate you. And then to make them, the victim, look bad, look like they are the cause of it. But nobody deserves to be hitting. Nobody. Like, my parents that even give birth to me, they don't even beat me like that. And it's not like you want to kill someone. Even those who are murderers, they don't beat them. They put them in prison or death sentence or something. They don't beat them. So what have you done that has not happened in this world before? Like, if you can take all the nonsense that the lady is doing, just maybe separate from the person or something. But don't just keep the person and then hitting the person. Most people, their friends around them or their family around them saw the red flags in the relationship and then told them to leave before it's too late. But they didn't really see them as red flags. Okay, so if you're telling them to leave, it's like when they come, if they leave, where are they going to? that's one of the questions they're asking as well. So I'm not saying that we shouldn't tell them to leave. We should tell them to leave, but then we should give them the resources that they really need, not just like telling them to leave is like it's like talk, it's talk. Because and human beings and people are saying that leave, leave, leave. Now everybody's saying domestic violence, if you're an abusive relationship, leave, leave. It's better that your life is more important than whatever and all those things. That man will not change. Yes. But these same people who are saying leave, after you leave, they will be the one to gossip about you and say, and this girl crash, she has left her marriage, nobody even knows what happened. Like let's just stop being nosy. Okay. The more nosy you are, the more these people are never able to come out. Like somebody has broken up from their marriage and then you're just trying to find out. I'm sure if you are divorced from the marriage, it will be on the news, the bloggers. These people who are saying, and that the husband killed it. There's people who publish it that, oh, she's gotten divorced. And people who frame stories about her that, oh, she's cheated, she's done this and that. This precious lady that I said she's married a political figure. Now her husband has accused her of poisoning her during their marriage. Now that she's come out and she's fighting for her kids, the husband took their kids too. And these people that are going through this domestic violence issue, their husbands are more powerful than they are. Like their husbands are either financially powerful than they are, or they have the human resources that they are. So if you're telling the person to leave, what you should actually do is provide them with the resources that if you have the resources, you provide them with them. If it's legal advice or legal counsel, provide them with that legal funds or with that legal power. And then you have to also, if it's counseling, mental health counseling that you have to give to them, you have to provide it as much as possible. And sometimes you don't have to, when I listened to the interview of the lady who was in a relationship and it was abusive, you don't have to really speak to the person who is abusing her. Like, you don't have to tell her, oh, this man is bad, that's why he's doing this and that. You have to maybe speak to the act, like, what he's doing is not right. Because they are seeing the person as their protector most of the time. Because from what she said, the people around you will see the red flags and they'll tell you, oh, this man is abusive, the red flags and it. But then the way the man will respond is like the person doesn't like him. Okay, so let's say I have a boyfriend. My parents are telling me this guy is no good. I don't see any good in him. Leave him. But then when I go to my boyfriend and I report to him, he'll be like, it's because your mom doesn't like me. It's because your friends doesn't like me. So then you can't go back to your friends to tell them that, oh, this person that you said is bad is eventually bad. It's be like, I told you so. As humans, that's what we usually say. And you don't want to also hear that, or you don't want to also go through that, like, I told you so lesson type of thing at that moment. Okay, so it's not really like they don't know they know they have to leave, but then all the barriers for them to go to, all the people they have to go back to, it has been broken because the guy has, from what she said, they take you away from your family and your friends. Okay, they make your family or your friends look bad without you realizing. By the time you realize, like, you think, oh, my family doesn't like my husband or doesn't like my boyfriend, or my friends don't like my husband, doesn't like my boyfriend, so I can't even send my issues to them. So then who are you talking to? You have nobody but him alone. So when something happens to you, you are thinking, oh, it's because I did something bad. That's why the person hates me. So when you speak against the person again, go to the person and say, oh, your husband is a bad person, your boyfriend is a bad person. It's like literally what the friends are saying. And the person can't hear you. So you have to speak to the ad like, oh, the beating is not good for you. It's going to affect your kids. They have to understand the whole process that you are trying to let them understand. You have to understand the whole process because it doesn't only affect them, but it affects their kids too. Okay, if you read on domestic violence, I read a bit on domestic violence, and they are saying that kids are also affected. So if the woman is aware of these things, I'm sure they will try to protect their children because all they are doing that they are saying that they are saying their husband will change is just to protect their kids, especially, and then for them not to be disgraced. Okay, so if they're able to overcome their mental weakness that has happened to them, then it's easier for them to leave. Let's do more action. If you have a legal counsel, you know lawyers that can help them, push them to the front. Like, let them sit with you with a lawyer. Like, let us know that, oh, if you're moving out of your husband's house, I'm providing with maybe this food, this dresses, this houses and all, because these people are more powerful than them, financially especially. People are telling them, oh, leave your marriage, but when they leave their marriage, they don't have, those people will not support them financially or do not support them with the legal resources. Now this precious lady is fighting for her kids and see all the backlash legally from her husband. If she doesn't have the people to support her, or she's not mentally ready for this, she'll just give up. She'll just be like, okay, let me just give my children up. And that's also good for the kids. And if these people can actually come after them when they leave the marriage, they can really come after them because, like, so when they come out, they're supposed to be like mentally strong. They're supposed to be mentally equipped so that they are not easily overcome, because these things are not easy. You have to think about a lot of things that you will do. For some people, they have nowhere to go. That's the truth. Like, if your family has told you the red flags that this man is not good for you, how are you going to go back to them and tell them it's true? The man you said is not good, it's true. They all come, hey, we said it. We said it, oh, you didn't listen. Now you see, it's going to be that kind of vibe. Okay. But once again, they have to find the mental strength. That's the first thing that they have to find. After the mental strength, it's easy for them to leave. So see this, like if you're in a relationship and then the person is drawing you away, the person is taking you away from your family and your friends. Run. Simple as that. Like your friends should be his friends, and then his friends should be your friends. Your family should be his family. It's not like they have to force people to like. And if the people are seeing red flags, actually just sit down, analyze it, see for yourself. See, love is not that feeling that you're feeling your heart like okay, like listen to my people, those people who are married, and they tell you that love is not that feeling that is making you shake and all those things. Love is more than that. Okay, it's more than that. It's a lot of things. And then that feeling that you're feeling that you're like you can't let go, it will just leave. Okay, and then the real thing will show up. Okay, so if you're feeling that with a person, you feel like you have to be with a person. Like yeah, it's not worth it. Plus, if you are feeling love for somebody and the person doesn't like you, you eventually like somebody or someone else eventually likes you. So yeah, that's what I have to share about this domestic violence issue. Yes, guys. I think I've said enough. And I've said all that I have to say. Please leave your comments below anything that you would add to what I have said or anything that you remove from what I have said. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in my next video. Love, peace, and joy. Bye.